Hey Broncos fans, welcome to Broncos News Now, your channel for everything Denver Broncos. Before we get started, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any hot NFL news. If you tuned into Sunday night's showdown on NBC, you already know that the Denver Broncos and the Washington Commanders delivered a classic NFL overtime thriller. But what really had fans on the edge of their seats wasn't just the back-and-forth scoring. It was one single play that might already be cemented in highlight reel history. We're talking about the unbelievable touchdown pass from Denver's quarterback, Bo Nix, to wide receiver Courtland Sutton, a play that had Sean Payton grinning ear to ear and the entire Broncos fan base holding their collective breath. Picture this. The Broncos trailing 7-6 with just 27 seconds left in the first half, pressure mounting, and Nix finding himself wrapped up in the pocket, his legs barely keeping him from hitting the turf. Yet somehow, in the chaos, Nix kept his composure, somehow lofting an 11-yard strike that hit Sutton perfectly in stride for a touchdown that would send the stadium and viewers at home into absolute frenzy. If you missed it live, chances are you've already seen the replay, and if not, you're about to understand why it's the kind of throw that makes people stop and say, "Did that really just happen?" Head coach Sean Payton didn't hold back when talking about the play, calling it, in his words, amazing. And if anyone knows the game and its pressure-packed moments, it's Payton. After the game, he broke down what he saw on the field, emphasizing the poise and command Nix exhibited despite the circumstances. End of the half, end of game, those critical moments. That was an amazing throw, Payton told reporters, visibly impressed. "We were worried his knee was down, but he had good poise, good command. Was smart. Yeah, good." And that's coming from a coach who's been around the league long enough to witness countless miraculous plays. For him to single out Nix's throw like that speaks volumes about both the quarterback skill and his growing presence as a leader on this Broncos team. Bo Nix's stats from the night are impressive on paper, but the story of the game isn't about numbers. It's about timing, execution, and the ability to rise to the occasion when it matters most. Nix finished the game 29 of 45 for 321 yards, throwing one touchdown and one interception with a passer rating of 83.7, leading the Broncos to their 9th consecutive victory, solidifying their grip on the number 1 seed in the AFC. What makes this performance even more remarkable is the fact that the Broncos' offense struggled at times against the Commanders' defense that was clearly keyed in on stopping them. Denver was held below 100 total rushing yards and converted only 7 of 15 third downs. In any other context, Nix's interception might have been the focal point of post-game analysis. But because of that improbable scoring toss to Sutton, the conversation has completely shifted from the turnover to that breathtaking moment of brilliance. Nix himself reflected on the play in his post-game press conference, giving fans a glimpse into his mindset during the chaos. "I think from my perspective, it kind of feels like you're floating for a second," Nix explained, recalling the split-second decisions that led to the touchdown. "I was obviously a little bit, close to being down, but stayed up just long enough, and he did a great job. You saw him on the other side of the field and ran all the way to the other side. He scrambled with me and got open, and in a game like that, we literally talk about a game of inches. It really is, it comes down to an inch or two every once in a while. It's not just the throw itself, it's the awareness, the timing, and the connection with Sutton that makes it such a jaw-dropping moment. Football, at its core, is a game of inches, and that particular play might have been decided by less than a single step, yet it's one that will likely be remembered long after the season concludes." Payton also praised Nix's maturity and ability to navigate high-pressure situations, a trait that has become increasingly noticeable as the Broncos surge toward the top of the league. Despite the offensive line giving him some issues and the Commanders' defense being particularly aggressive under the bright lights of Sunday Night Football, Nix stayed calm, executed his reads, and led Denver on a 5-play scoring drive in overtime that ultimately secured the 27-26 victory. That drive was a showcase of versatility, featuring precision passes to multiple targets, a 12-yard connection to running back R.J. Harvey, another 12-yard strike to tight end Adam Troutman, a 41-yard bomb to tight end Evan Ingram, and finally, a a 6-yard dart to Sutton that put the Broncos in position to claim the win. Each throw displayed not only Nick's accuracy, but also his ability to perform under the most intense pressure, a quality that Peyton has been eager to cultivate since Nick's arrived in Denver. Speaking further about Nick's performance, Peyton highlighted the quarterback's athleticism and ability to make unconventional throws from unusual positions, a skill set that translated seamlessly from his college days into the NFL. He's just one of those guys. One of the things that we really valued on tape was the foot athlete and the throws that he can make from some unusual positions, Peyton said. So, he played well in a dirty pocket in college, meaning in our game, it's going to be noisy sometimes. And so that you're seeing some of that carryover. You're seeing his confidence carry over, and he's just getting better and better, and we're operating better. Peyton's analysis underscores a critical point. Bo Nix is not just a player with a strong arm. He's a quarterback who combines intelligence, mobility, and the kind of mental toughness that allows him to thrive in clutch situations. That combination is what enabled him to pull off a play that will likely be dissected and celebrated for weeks, if not months. For Broncos fans, this game was more than just another win. It was a statement. Nix's performance, particularly the throw to Sutton, signaled that Denver is not only capable of winning close games, but also of executing in ways that defy expectation. It's moments like these that define seasons. And for a team riding a 9-game winning streak, the confidence boost is immeasurable. The quarterback-receiver connection on that particular touchdown exemplifies the chemistry that has been building all season long, the kind of chemistry that Peyton has been meticulously nurturing since taking the reins. Every time Nix drops back, there's a sense that the Broncos are capable of something extraordinary, and Sunday night's game was a vivid reminder of why fans continue to believe in him. As the Broncos continue to chase the top seed in the AFC and position themselves for a potential deep playoff run, performances like these will be what separates a good team from a great one. Nix's ability to stay calm under duress, make accurate throws while nearly on the ground, and execute in critical moments demonstrates that he is developing into a quarterback who can carry a team through the most intense pressure situations. Sean Payton's praise wasn't just hyperbole. It was a recognition of both talent and growth, a nod to a player who is evolving into the kind of leader every NFL franchise dreams of having at the helm. For the viewers at home, it was a night to remember, a throw to replay endlessly, and a reminder that in the NFL, the line between disaster and brilliance is often just an inch apart. Sunday night will be remembered not only for the Broncos' 9th consecutive victory or the tight 27-26 final score, but for the artistry of Bo Nix's playmaking and the leadership he's displaying under center. With a young quarterback showing such composure, a head coach who knows how to extract the best from his players, and a roster that continues to execute when it matters most, the Broncos are sending a clear message to the rest of the league. They're here to compete at the highest level, and every inch counts when you're playing in the NFL. The touchdown to Courtland Sutton wasn't just a highlight. It was a crystallization of skill, timing, and confidence all converging in a moment that perfectly captures the excitement, drama, and unpredictability of football at its finest. As the season progresses, fans will undoubtedly look back on this game as a defining moment for Nix, for Denver, and for a team that is steadily building momentum with every spectacular, edge-of-your-seat victory. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's talk Broncos. And don't forget to hit the bell to get all the latest NFL updates. Hold on tight, folks, because what's coming out of Denver is sending shockwaves through the NFL, and the rumor mill is buzzing like never before. The Broncos, known for making strategic moves that can flip a season on its head, may have just pulled off one of the most talked-about acquisitions in recent memory. We're on the street, and the kind of whispers that start in the locker room and explode on social media, is that Jordan Love, yes, the very same quarterback who has been patiently waiting in Green Bay behind one of the most iconic QBs of the era, could be donning orange and blue. Imagine that for a second. Denver's offense with a fresh, dynamic arm under center, and suddenly, the possibilities feel endless. People are already speculating about the way this could completely rewrite the Broncos' game plan, from their offensive schemes to the way defenses are going to have to prepare for them week after week. It's the kind of news that gets fans out of their seats and analysts reaching for their whiteboards. If this rumor holds water, and trust me, every source seems to be pointing in this direction with an uncanny consistency, the ripple effects would be massive. Jordan Love brings a skill set that's equal parts rocket arm and playmaking agility. He's the kind of quarterback who can turn a broken play into a highlight reel and make tight windows look wide open. Denver's coaching staff has been under the microscope for a while, trying to figure out how to recapture that energy and excitement that once made them a dominant force in the league. And some insiders are saying that Love could be the missing piece of the puzzle. The chatter is intense, with analysts already theorizing how his mobility could change the way the Broncos approach not just the passing game, but also their entire offensive identity. Some are saying that a Love-led Broncos offense could force defensive coordinators into a kind of matchup nightmare, where traditional strategies might not even apply. You can practically hear the collective shiver of anticipation from fans imagining deep throws, tight scrambles, and explosive plays that could turn any stadium into a cauldron of energy. Now, of course, this isn't just about the player himself. The Broncos organization has been hinting for months that they were looking to shake things up, to push the reset button in a way that could define their trajectory for years to come. Sources close to the team are reportedly thrilled with the chemistry that's developing, even in private workouts and early meetings. The locker room dynamics are said to be shifting, with veteran players curious but intrigued, and the younger roster members buzzing with excitement at the prospect of learning from a quarterback who's hungry to prove himself. Imagine the conversations at practice, the extra reps, the drive to perform at a higher level, all stemming from this one potential signing. There's a sense that Denver isn't just acquiring a player. They're signaling a new era, a renewed commitment to competing at the highest level. The rumor has sparked debates among pundits and fans alike about whether this is a short-term gamble or a strategic masterstroke, and opinions are wildly split. Some call it a bold, audacious move. Others whisper that the pressure could be immense for a quarterback stepping into a city known for its passionate, sometimes unforgiving fan base. What makes this rumor even juicier is the timing. The NFL landscape is shifting, teams are recalibrating rosters, and everyone is watching for the big moves that could tip the balance of power. If Jordan Love does indeed join the Broncos, it's not just a signing, it's a statement. The speculation online is already running wild. Fans are imagining what this could mean for the team's draft strategy, their offensive line adjustments, and even the way they manage free agency in the coming months. Could we see a whole new system being implemented just to maximize Love's strengths? Could Denver suddenly transform from a team in flux to a contender that other franchises have to game plan for with serious respect? Every rumor outlet is buzzing with questions, theories, and, let's be honest, a little bit of pure, unfiltered excitement. The sense of anticipation is almost tangible, like the city itself is holding its breath, waiting to see if this whisper becomes reality. And then there's the narrative angle that media outlets can't stop circling around. The idea of redemption and opportunity. Jordan Love, who's had to bide his time, waiting behind an established star, could finally have the stage to showcase everything that scouts once raved about. The Broncos, meanwhile, could be betting on untapped potential to inject energy into a roster that's hungry for leadership and results. The stories practically write themselves. The underdog quarterback ready to rise, the city eager for a hero, the strategic genius of the front office taking a calculated risk that could pay dividends. Rumors like these ignite imaginations because they're more than just player movement. They're about possibility, about transformation, about watching a team redefine what's possible in a single bold stroke. Conversations online are erupting, with fans speculating endlessly about how this will affect chemistry, play calling, and even the psychological edge in close games. There's a feeling, almost electric, that something monumental is brewing in Denver, something that could echo through the league in ways people aren't fully prepared to anticipate yet. The beauty of a rumor like this is that it's not just news, it's a narrative in motion. Every practice, every meeting, every cryptic social media post is being dissected for hints that Jordan Love is indeed on the verge of calling Denver home. Analysts are projecting potential matchups, dissecting mechanics, and imagining how Love could evolve under the guidance of the Broncos coaching staff. There's even talk about how his style of play could influence other roster decisions, prompting trades, free agent pickups, and shifts in game strategy that ripple through the organization. Fans are already drafting their dream scenarios, envisioning game-winning drives and highlight reel moments that could redefine the franchise's identity. And all of this is swirling around one core possibility: that Denver has made a move that could change the entire trajectory of the season. The energy is palpable, the excitement almost feverish, and the rumor continues to grow, spreading across forums, social media platforms, and casual conversations among football fans like wildfire. Even the skeptics are part of the buzz now. They're debating whether Love has the experience, whether he can handle the pressure, whether this is a calculated gamble or a move born out of desperation. Every counterargument only feeds into the narrative, making it richer, more complex, more engaging. This is exactly the kind of rumor that dominates sports news cycles, dominating conversations for weeks, because it's not just about a player. It's about the potential for change, the tantalizing what if that keeps fans glued to every update. And in a league where momentum and morale can swing a team's fortunes overnight, the mere possibility of Love stepping onto the field in Denver colors every discussion about the Broncos' prospects, offensive identity, and even the psychological warfare that plays out in matchups across the NFL. You can feel the collective anticipation building, like a storm about to break, and the city, the fans, the analysts, everyone is bracing for the impact. In the end, whether this rumor crystallizes into an official announcement or remains tantalizing speculation, it has already achieved something remarkable. It has captured imaginations. It has reignited hope, sparked debate, and reminded everyone why the NFL isn't just a game, but a theater of possibility, strategy, and personality. Jordan Love in Denver is more than a potential signing. It's a story, a whisper that could grow into a roar, a narrative that will dominate conversations and shape expectations. The city is alive with speculation. The locker room is buzzing, and fans everywhere are refreshing their feeds, watching, waiting, hoping. If it happens, it's a move that could alter the trajectory of the Broncos' season in ways few could predict, turning every discussion into a mix of analysis, optimism, and sheer excitement. And honestly, that's exactly the kind of drama, energy, and intrigue that makes the NFL such an addictive spectacle. So buckle up, because the rumor mill in Denver is spinning faster than ever. And if Jordan Love is indeed the next Bronco, we may be witnessing the start of something truly electrifying, a shift that could echo throughout the league and redefine what fans can expect from one of the NFL's most storied franchises. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this, give us a like and share with other Broncos fans. And of course, make sure to subscribe to Broncos News Now to stay on top of all the NFL news and analysis.